This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and welcome back, my friend, to another episode of Ask the Buffalo. This is a show where you can ask me any question you've gotten from the technology and sometimes outside, but this week it's all about tech. We're going to talk about the upcoming HTC One M9, what I want to see from CES and what could be coming very soon, and a lot of other tech questions in between. This is Ask the Buffalo. Let's go ahead and get started. First question comes from Twitter at Person Singh asks at John4Lakers, what do you want to see during CES 2015? Well, what I want to see is big product announcements start coming back, but I doubt we're going to see that like the old days. I would like to see trends in the industry that are actually going to be relatively useful. We've seen trends like curved TVs that I still have yet to see utility behind. I'm hoping we're going to see things like battery technology is going to be showcased. Wireless charging technology is going to be showcased. Next generation of home connectivity will be showcased. Things like that that are going to sort of dictate and sort of help us live our tech lives over the next 5 to 10 years. What I'd love to see come out of the show. Next one comes from @mixkel_g_ at John4Lakers. The new HTC HIMA specs being leaked. Does a 1080p screen resolution surprise you, or just for better battery life? So let me just recap here. The French blog Nowhere Else revealed that they're claiming are the specs for the upcoming HTC One M9, codenamed HIMA or HIMA. So the specs, according to them, and again, just rumors at this point, 5-inch 1080p screen, Snapdragon 810, 3 gigs of RAM, and Lollipop right out of the box. Most surprising, though, is that it could come early next month. So the difference, I guess the question is 1080p versus QHD. I know I'm in the minority here, but I've yet to see a QHD screen that looks better than a good 1080p screen. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that. So it's not surprising, but certainly there are two schools of thought. And again, I know I'm in the minority on that. If you're looking at sort of the next generation specs phone, I think anything that's got a Snapdragon 810 can be sort of qualified at this point as next gen. You want next gen specs from top to bottom, and that includes QHD. Whether or not I personally see utility behind it, consumers are going to want that in a device. And I can understand that if I was buying a phone that was going to last me another 12, 18, 24 months, I would probably want that QHD screen in there. So I think it's going to hamper it. We are hearing rumors that there might be a Prime version that'll presumably have all that kind of stuff crammed into it. We don't know what HTC is going to do with the camera, if ultra pixels are going to stick around, if they're going to go just for a 12, 14, 16 megapixel shooter built right in. So we don't know a lot of things about this device coming. Should have next generation of Sense built in, of course, which is sitting on top of now Android Lollipop. So we should see more information though, hopefully in the next couple weeks and couple months. Stop the questions real fast, just to give an important notice. I'm not talking about phones or tablets here. I'm talking about your safety with New Year's coming up. Do not drink and drive. That doesn't sound like something that you should even need to say. It should be just as innate in you like breathing and going to the bathroom, because I know you do. But if you've had anything to drink, do not go in a car. And also, if friends had something to drink, don't go in a car with him or her. It is not worth it. Call a cab, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call your parents, call your friends, call your grandma. Somebody will come pick you up that has not been drinking. It is just a stupid thing to do. You see thousands and thousands of lives every year just foolishly lost from that. Especially again with New Year's coming up, just be safe. Next question comes from my friend David DeFranco, who asks at John4Lakers, what are your top 3 goals for Techno Buffalo in 2015? David, first, thank you for asking. Happy New Year to you. Hope you and your family had a nice holiday. So I posted a video last week about the state of Techno Buffalo. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, put a link down below. I sort of give a very candid look about how our business is run, where revenue comes from, what we did right, and more importantly, I think what we did wrong in 2014. So I'd like to see a few things happen for Techno Buffalo. First, I can see our growth continue. From the video side, we see a subscriber growth of around 500 per day. My goal is to get that to 700 subscriber growth per day. This brings in new people. YouTube being the second largest search engine in the world, the more people that come to YouTube, the more people that go to technobuffalo.com. So that is sort of goal number 1. We've increased our traffic on technobuffalo.com by about 150% each year since we existed. That number gets harder and harder to hit as the numbers get larger and larger. So I'd still like us to see 100% growth in 2015 versus 2014. I'd also like to see us branch out our coverage a little bit more. We've done some sort of entertainment coverage as far as how that overlapped with the tech world, primarily in the comic book realm. It's like the sort of, I know it's kind of strange just how comic books and tech overlap. Sort of geek culture, I would say. I'd like to see sort of some more coverage grow from that standpoint. I'd like to be able to hire more people, so be able to sort of have the revenue to do that. over the next 12 months are sort of my goal. Thank you for asking. Next one comes from at Zatara214 at John4Lakers. Do you think there's a market for high-end Chromebooks like the Pixel? The very simple answer to that question is no. There's a very finite amount of consumers that I think are looking to purchase a Chromebook upwards of $1,200. I do not think that's going to be a mass market appeal. You can buy many tablets that can do very similar things for much less. I think where Chromebooks are going to find their niche, where they are finding their niche, is in the lower cost market. Maybe that $200 to $400, possibly $600 at a max realm, where you can get access or the great service that Chromebooks can offer without having to pay a lot of money. A lot of people are trying to use them now as laptop replacements, so I can see why the thought that them getting more expensive might be there. But they're still missing core features of a mainstay OS like Windows or like OS X. That I think a lot of people would need to justify spending that money. So nice screen aside, the Pixel definitely had a gorgeous screen. I do not see that getting any sort of mainstream penetration anytime soon. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to take a hiatus from Massive Buffalo for next week because we're going to be at CES covering all kinds of technology. So of course, check us out for all that coverage coming up soon. Until next time, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys next video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We love making tech videos here. If you like watching them as much as we love making them and just enjoy playing with the latest consumer electronics gear, check us out. Hit the big subscribe button. We got new videos coming out almost every single day. We also have a channel on Twitch where we play games, sometimes not so well, at twitch.tv/technobuffalo.